What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie298 coming at you live once again through the power of the internet. And if you've been paying attention to the news today or social media, you may have heard that a YouTube pundit by the name of Alex Jones, who has a far-right conspiracy show that kind of acts like a cult to sell people supplements and stuff like that, has been banned from YouTube. As well as Facebook and Apple and pretty much most of the other major publishing places that you can publish your stuff on the internet. Now, there's plenty of people out there who want to defend Alex Jones, and there's plenty of people out there who want to attack Alex Jones. As usual, I don't want to do either of those things here. I just want to take a critical look at the situation and talk about the ins and out of it, and maybe educate you and educate myself about the situation we find ourselves in when it comes to stuff like this. But let me start this by saying one piece of opinion here. I don't care about Alex Jones. I really don't. I don't think about him very much. I don't like what he has to say, especially when he's talking about crisis actors and all these conspiracy theories and the Second Civil War and all of that really crazy stuff. Sometimes I find it entertaining because of how stupid and absurd it is, but I can also understand where it does some damage. But I just spend very, very little time thinking about Alex Jones. He's just one of those things I don't even bother with. But I do think it is worthy of talking about the situation where he got banned from the website for the things that he says and the things that he does. I think it's worth talking about the topic almost exclusively because 4 corporations got together and all in 1 week decided to pretty much remove them from their self-publishing platforms. Now, the first thing I've seen is a lot of people saying this means Alex Jones is banned from the internet. He can't use the internet anymore, and that's very far from the truth. All he's got to do is find an internet service provider who's willing to host his website for him, and he can put his podcasts up on that. He can put his videos up on that. He can pay for the hosting fees. He can pay for all of that. He can pay for his own website. He can choose to do that. What he's banned for is a bunch of services like the iTunes store, like the Facebook distribution system, like the YouTube distribution system. He's just not allowed to use those anymore because they don't want him on his platform. And I've seen plenty of people saying, hooray, good, let's shut him down entirely, let's get him entirely off the internet. It's pretty much impossible with a free and open internet that's protected by net neutrality. There's no way you can get rid of Alex Jones. He'll always be able to host his own website. He'll always be able to find a host that's willing to publish it for him. He'll always be able to put it out there in the world. If you think this is the end of Alex Jones, you are very, very wrong. And if you see the people that are defending him today, they are vehement about defending him. Wherever he is able to distribute moving forward, they will flock to it. They will support him. They will buy his supplements and feed their inner gladiator the way he called for them to do. That's literally what he said. If you're worried about this, buy my supplements so that you can feed your inner gladiator. What a weird response, but the guy's a weird guy. But I personally think it's a really good thing that even though I vehemently disagree with 98% of the things that Alex Jones says, and I do believe he is a very harmful person, I will go as far as to say that it's a very good thing that you can't get rid of him completely. That's the point of the internet. That's the point of a free and open internet. That's the point of net neutrality. You know, if we got rid of net neutrality, then it's the ISPs who could choose to ban him next. Comcast could refuse to serve his videos or his website to you at all. AT&T, Verizon, and so on and so forth. Fortunately, they probably won't do that right now because they're still up in the air about net neutrality, so they're probably not going to shut them down just yet. Get rid of net neutrality, it's entirely possible they will, though. But here's the thing when it comes to YouTube and the iTunes store and Facebook, these are publishing companies. The same way if I tried to write a book and I decided to take it to Clearinghouse or one of these publishing companies and try to get them to publish it for me, YouTube does the exact same thing, and they don't like to refer to themselves as publishers, but that's what they do. They take the thing that Alex Jones has created, they then pay for the distribution, they pay for the printing, they pay for the hosting, they pay for the data in the hopes that they can place advertisements on it and make that money back, and they share the profits with you. And so just like any other publisher in the world, whether it comes to a video game company like Steam or iTunes, they could get to pick and choose who they allow on their platform, who they are going to profit off of, and who they're going to allow to profit off of them. It's very different from paying an ISP a flat fee and getting them to just host you, because YouTube has to profit off of what you're doing or they take a loss. And Alex Jones was definitely costing YouTube a big loss at this point. YouTube is a company that has had advertisers very, very mad at them for a very, very long period of time. And they were taking these Alex Jones videos, which were very, very unpopular to advertisers and to a lot of media companies and to a lot of viewers, and they were distributing them without monetizing them, without putting advertisements on them. It was a pure loss factor for them. And then on top of that, they were also upsetting advertisers who didn't want to advertise on the same platform that Alex Jones was on. So if as a corporate decision, this makes all the sense in the world. Get rid of a very unpopular guy who's costing you a lot of money. Stop publishing his stuff to make advertisers happy so that they'll come back and advertise on your platform and make everybody else that's still on your platform rich. It makes a lot of sense. And this is not out of character for YouTube at all. YouTube demonetizes everything. They are so careful. They will demonetize guns in video games. They will demonetize LGBTQ videos. They will demonetize just about anything that they think will upset Coca-Cola or Pepsi-Cola. And we creators have to deal with that every day. It doesn't matter if you're left. It doesn't matter if you're right. It doesn't matter if you're down the middle like me. It really doesn't matter. YouTube is absolutely going to demonetize you all the time. They're going to strike you all the time. They're going to remove your videos all the time. They ban channels for some of the stupidest, simplest stuff all the time. So the fact that it finally happened to a high-profile case like Alex Jones should be no surprise to anybody. Specifically, if you look at their statement, it says this account has been terminated for violating YouTube's community guidelines. Specifically, the service prohibits hate speech, and Jones has been spewing invective for years. He falsely claimed parents of children killed in the Sandy Hook school shooting were crisis actors. They promoted the Pizzagate conspiracy theory, that there was a child sex slave. I can't even say these words on YouTube. Read it for yourself. But last week, Jones mimed shooting special counsel Robert Mueller. Yeah, that's going to get you banned, Alex. That's definitely going to get you banned. Now, here's the thing. As a proponent of free speech, I think it kind of sucks that it's getting more and more difficult to get these companies to publish your work, but I also understand why YouTube chose to do this. In fact, to be honest with you, I think they gave him a lot of special treatment and let him go for a lot longer than they probably even should have, because they are certainly holding him to a double standard that they were holding me or anybody else. He got away with a lot more crap than anybody else. And as a proponent of free speech, I'm glad that we have an internet where Alex Jones can create his own website and distribute his own podcast and distribute his own stuff directly to you, because of net neutrality. AT&T and Comcast and those other companies can't keep that from happening. I'm grateful for that. But I'm also kind of grateful that YouTube chose to step up and punish people accordingly for breaking the rules, because Lord knows they punish me for barely breaking them all the time. But that's just one man's opinion, and I could be wrong. I know you'll let me know in the comments section below if I am. I'm curious as to what you think about the situation. I try to take a very neutral, down-the-road, middle look at it, even though you can kind of tell I lean in one direction on this one. But I'm curious as to how you guys lean. Do you lean left, right, straight down the middle? Do you not really care? Is this not even on your radar? And until next time, guys, thanks for watching. I love you very much, and don't forget that the sun doesn't exist. Now buy my penis pills!